Hey you guys, Dangerous Thing here. Welcome to one of my other task forces, and today I'm bringing you a lower level TF gameplay video. A few of the people in the last couple of weeks have been asking me for lower level task force operations, and hey, you ask and I bring it to you. So basically yesterday I hopped off of Dangerous Thing's main task force and hopped into Dangerous Thing 3, and guys, I completely forgot to make someone a leader right before I left, and I had such a panic attack because I thought that I'm never going to be able to get back into Dangerous Thing as a leader again. So here we are, and this is the Dangerous Thing 3, like I said, lower level task force, and I'm going to show you lower level gameplay because a few of you have been asking, and you know what? You ask and I deliver. So yesterday we've completed Operation Upper Lip, and it took 15 attacks, as you can see, and let's go ahead and check them out. So Johnny72 was the first one to start off the operation, and he went ahead and attacked Gambit. He wasn't very thrilled with his performance, which I think he was just a little bit too hard on himself. So he's trying to take out a few of the mines here, spending his GBE, and I think the plan here was for him to basically get down to the formation of sniper towers on the left-hand side so he can clear that up, because we were going to go from the left side instead of having to go from the right and having to deal with all of the mass and of course a bunch of rocket launchers. So he clears up the boom cannons right there, and then he goes ahead and farms for a little bit of free GBE with mini plasma cells, and then from there on he goes ahead and starts targeting these sniper towers. And of course, you guys, at this point in time, you know, all of the cannons are just completely bombarding his troops, and even though these are not fully maxed out cannons, of course they can do a ton of damage to Zookas, which is exactly what happened. Let's go ahead and take a look at Master Ma here, which I believe he's really inspired by Masterov and Master Shar, and which is why that is his game name. So he goes ahead and he follows Johnny to Gambit, and let's go ahead and go 4 times the speed. So he here takes the path to the left hand side, and he keeps shocking the sniper towers, and of course his little Zooks are working on plasma cells, and they're being bombarded from every possible corner by the cannons, and he spends the rest of his GBE to try and help with clearing out the remaining cannons on the left hand side. One Zooka left, and she is taken out by the blast of the cannon. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mad Hunter here. Mad Hunter is a co-leader in both of the task forces, and here he is just having fun. Let's check out what he is doing. So let's go 4 times the speed. He drops his troops on the left hand side, and you know, you guys, this is more also of just having fun. You know, this is not going to be, you know, the most I don't know, I wouldn't say high gameplay, because quite a few members here are actually quite fantastic at what they do, but we're always all about having fun, and I think that's the reason why, you know, at times, you know, we get a lot of criticism like, oh my gosh, you could have done it so much better. But surely anybody could do that better. But when are you gonna go ahead and have fun? So Matt was trying to do a single takeout there, but unfortunately that didn't work out, and at least he took out two of the defense buildings right by the core. And here comes Mr. Zuranorb, and he is going to take this baby down. He is bringing his Zookas, and he is putting them right in front of the core at this point in time. There are very few things that are hitting him up, and he is just blasting away at the core. It's only a matter of seconds until the power core goes up in pieces, and there we go. Gambit is now officially completed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next attack, which was done by CB Bait, and he attacks Cargo. He starts out with he lands here with his TMAT combo, and he goes ahead basically drops his troops on a right hand side. He GBE farms with all the mini plasma cells, and then from there on he is going to get closer and closer to the power core without getting, well, let's say too close. So the medics here are rushing to fix up the tanks because that little nasty laser is hitting up one of the tanks and it is just not looking pretty, but the laser is down. So as you can see, he opens up from the right hand side, and from now on that is going to be the plan of the attack. So the attacks are going to go from the right, because as you can see, there's a lot happening on the left, and I will show you what I did when I attacked cargo. By the time that I attacked cargo, the right hand side was all out, but the reach of the rocket launchers was still there, so I couldn't have dropped my favorite combo of heavy Senzukas and taken that out. So let's go ahead and look at General here, who drops Zukas and of course his little soldiers and only gets 1 victory point. That was so sad, but the truth is, by the time Zukas got there, they were getting fried by rocket launchers. That's exactly what I was saying. If I wanted to do a single-handed takeout, I would have to really make sure that I had a lot of GBE to keep shocking those rocket launchers. So what I did is I decided that I'm gonna make it easy for someone else to finish cargo, and I dropped my Zukas over here. A ton of them got blasted right by the time they even got to the forest of all of the rocket launchers. I dropped them over here, and basically from there on, I'm gonna drop a few boxes of critters, and my Zukas and heavies, well, by this time, it's basically almost all just heavies, are going to take out a ton of these rocket launchers. I actually was hoping to take out all of them, all 9 of them, but I believe I only took out 8 or maybe 7. Let's just go ahead and speed this up because I can't remember, but I think I took out all but 1, or maybe actually all but 2. Yes, it looks like I've actually taken out all but 1, and there we are with just 1 rocket launcher remaining. This is a really easy takedown, and my last heavy is just going to get blasted away by that shock launcher. So let's go ahead and hop out of here, because with 16 seconds left, nothing is going to happen. The heavy is about to die, and I took out 8 of the rocket launchers. So after me, I had another player go in on cargo, and he takes out the remaining Trouble Child. So let's go ahead and see what he does here. This is a Orsis attack of Warrior Run, and he basically was gonna go and help out with either those boom cannons, or I think the plan was to actually go for the shock launcher, but that didn't work out. So at this point, there are absolutely no rocket launchers left, and this should be a really easy takedown. So let's take a look at Ghost taking this down. Super easy. There is nothing there in the way. Well, I mean, sure, there are some of the mortars and of course a few of the defenses above the core, but that's not going to be a problem. He's going to blast it so quickly. A few quick repositioning of the troops, and he is back in business. All right. Let's go ahead and hop off and check out the next space that was opened up by Q43, and that was Quota. Let's take a look. Okay, so Quota is a little bit crazier for this level. Upper Lip, once again, is not a very high difficulty base, or rather task force operation, but Quota here just has a lot going on between all of the rocket launchers and between the boom cannon or the doom cannon and all the other stuff that's going on. It is definitely a little bit of a challenger to lower level guys. So Q, being the co-leader and being a little bit more experienced and high level, takes this on and goes in first. He places his Zukas right behind the core, and the hope here was to take it all out, and he probably could have done so if he had a little bit more GBE left to shock a few of the rocket launchers, but that didn't work out. But look at this health level bar, almost out. So super great effort. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Mr. Kish, who went in and attacked it after the fact, and unfortunately this was not a successful attack. By the time he landed his troops and by the time he redirected them to where he wanted them to be, you know, it was just those rocket launchers totally blasted him away. And guys, this is just all coming in with experience. Do you know how many times I will drop my troops and I will completely fail? So many times. So he just wanted to finish off the core here, but unfortunately that didn't work out, although that was a great effort. So let's go ahead and take a look at Raider, who, well, no troops deployed. What do you mean no troops deployed? What happened here? Oh, he was just trying to do a GBE takeout, which would have been really, really awesome, but that didn't happen. And I don't know why he only dropped one barrage of the one barrage. I'm sure he had a bit more left. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Notorious, who also did GBE. Maybe they like decided in the chat that they were only gonna do one GBE and that's it, one barrage, and I think that's exactly what ended up happening. Once again, you know, people chatted and they decided that they were gonna do one GBE barrage each and then do it until it's taken out. So here we go, one barrage, all it took to finish off quota. And I believe that is all. I don't know that I've missed anything else. We had quota. Oh no, I did miss borderline. Oh, single takeout of borderline. Well, pretty please, let's take a look at that. Let's go ahead and go 4 times the speed because we all know where this is going to go. Ghost is taking home the bacon. He's taking home the victory points, and he's going to place his teammates in such way that they are away from all of the cannon situation over here, and he is bringing his troops closer and closer to the left-hand side. I don't know exactly why he wouldn't have just stayed there to begin with, but you know what? I'm not gonna argue. He single-handedly took this down, so no complaints you're going to hear from me. So let's just keep an eye on this health bar as it keeps draining, and his troops are just keep getting fried by all of the rocket launchers and by the mortar taking stabs at his wonderful tanks and medics. And here we go, with just 4 tanks left, he brings home the victory. One attack is all it took to bring it down. I hope you all enjoyed this lower level gameplay episode. I know you've been asking for it, and here it is. If you are looking for a lower level task force that's really active, go ahead and check out Dangerous Thing 3, and I hope once again to hear from you. Any feedback on this video, any suggestions for the next video. Until next time, Dangerous Thing is out.